Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Stretch With Me video. As I said before, I'm going to be trying to do a stretch every single day because I know how beneficial it is for my muscles to be able to relax. It's beneficial for my nervous system for me to be stretching, and it's beneficial for my performance in the gym and on the track and when I'm running for me to stretch and foam roll. And so today, or this month, what I'm doing is I'm going to be foam rolling and stretching and then giving you guys a topic at the same time. And if you want to grab your foam roller and stretch with me, and foam roll with me, I would love that. Okay, so today what I want to talk about are the two kinds of rest, um, mental rest and physical rest, and why these things are so crucial for fat loss. Today I'm going to do, you guys know I stretch on I roll my hamstrings every day because y'all know hamstrings are tight. If you're having lower back pain, oftentimes your hamstrings are super tight as well, and so are your hips. So we're gonna do some hip stretches also, and then I'm gonna do upper body today. Um, Let me see if I should move you guys back a little bit so you guys can see what's actually happening. You guys are like on a table. That didn't work. Okay. So today I want to talk about the two. First of all, I want to talk about rest. So one of the most underrated fat loss principles is actually rest. The biggest reason why people can't lose weight is usually, aside from not being in a caloric deficit, is actually their cortisol levels, their stress levels. And in order to reduce cortisol, in order to reduce stress, because cortisol basically turns off your fat burning machine, if you are not resting and you are constantly being stressed, you will have a really hard time dropping weight, especially weight in the belly area. Okay. Especially weight in the belly area. So, what I want to talk about today is the two kinds of rest that you need in order to really promote fat loss and to support your fat loss goals and your weight loss goals. The other thing I want to talk about is rest for muscle gain, right? A lot of people say that they want to put on muscle, but they don't want to rest because they don't think they need it. And cortisol will also destroy your muscle. Cortisol will destroy your muscle as well. So, there are two kinds of rest. And the first kind of rest you guys are super familiar with, which is physical rest. And that's like, okay, go to bed at 10 p.m. or go to bed before midnight. I tell my clients, ideally before 11. And that's the kind of rest that's going to give you deep sleep. It's going to allow your muscles and your body to relax. It's going to allow everything to recover. It's also the time in which HGH is produced, which helps with muscle growth and fat burning. I'm gonna go down to my back now and my upper body. So that is the first kind of rest, and that's the kind of rest that most people are accustomed to. When we talk about, oh, make sure you get your sleep, but I want to talk about mental rest. For those of us who experienced neglect or trauma, in our lives, we have a hard time with mental rest. If you are suffering from anxiety, you probably have a hard time with mental rest. So clients will tell me, well, Coach Joe, I took my rest day. I was at home on Saturday. I didn't do anything. And I read this book, I talked to my friends, um, I planned and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't sound relaxing to me. That doesn't sound like your brain had a chance to turn off. And the thing about mental rest is that it's deceptive because we can sort of justify, like, oh, I needed to I'm getting my shoulder here. I needed to um do XYZ, and so that's why I um and that's why I couldn't rest, or that's why I did something on Saturday. But your body actually needs, your mind needs to rest as well. Because if your mind is not rested, you may still be experiencing cortisol spikes. Okay? So if you're, a lot of people will tell me, but I don't feel stressed. I know you don't. I know you don't, because you're accustomed to go, 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 go. But if your mind is constantly thinking about what XYZ said about you last week, or what happened at work, or what your parents are doing, or you're constantly worried about if your children are going to be safe, like, you are actually not in a restful state in your mind. So your body can't perform the functions that it would love to perform at rest, because your mind is still going 100 miles an hour. So there is a difference between physical rest and mental rest, and you need both. Because if you are still stressed because you're thinking, even though your body is sitting down, you may still be experiencing spikes in cortisol, okay, which we know are detrimental to your fat burning and muscle growth. So, what happens when you are not at mental rest is you are in fight or flight. Your body is in fight or flight. So, of course, your body's like, well, um, you, as far as your body's concerned, there's danger right around the corner. So, yeah, of course, I'm not going to burn fat. Are you kidding me? Why would I burn fat when I don't even know if I'm going to live tomorrow? Now, that sounds extreme, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull my neck to the side like this, try and get an elongated neck here. So your body will say, wait a minute, you're over here worried about your kids, you're worried about your mom, you're worried about your dad, you're worried about your husband, what he's doing at work, you're worried about money, you're worried about this. And those are real life experiences. And you still have to learn how to relax your brain, because some of those things you can't control. Some of those things you cannot control. And just make sure that you drop this shoulder so you can feel really nice stretch in your neck. Some of those things you cannot control. So, one of the ways that you can really start to relax mentally is write down the things that you can actually control. I'm going to push my neck, you guys, forward and try and get a stretch in that upper back. One of the things that you can do is you can actually write down the things that you can control and dismiss the rest, because the rest is just wasted energy, wasted emotion that you can't control it. And so you're stressing out your body for no reason. Okay, we're going to go like rotate a little bit like this. So, yes, you need to rest physically, but I think more importantly, in the day and age where I like to straighten out my arm when I do this stretch because I get a better shoulder stretch. More importantly, in the day and age where there's all of this information, there's all of this, we're constantly being stimulated, it is hard for our brains to rest. And so we will be mentally stimulated instead of instead of resting. Okay. So what I want you to do is do the first exercise, which is write down all of the things that you're worried about or that you're thinking about, and only the things that you can control, find solution. Everything else, commit to ignoring. Commit, commit to that, because you can't. You worrying about it doesn't fix the problem. It actually just makes your health goals worse. We're going to elongate, and I like to do a little pull because I'm really trying to stretch out my lats back here. Okay. The second thing I want you to do is actual rest, which is to take 5 minutes a day to calm down your parasympathetic nerve, to calm down your sympathetic nervous system, and to tap into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest muscle stimulate that vagus nerve. So what you can do is, I've had this before as one of the challenges, is to go for a walk for 10 minutes. And what that does is that relaxes you. It helps you to digest food. It helps you to your nervous system to calm down. It reduces cortisol. And a lot of people who struggle with like IBS and I'm going to clasp my hands together like this and then pull for my chest. A lot of people who struggle with like IBS and Crohn's, and those are often, of course, these are, there are other causes, but they're also the symptoms can be reduced by reducing stress. Okay, so yeah, I love that one. I'm going to go up as well. So I want you to commit this week to not only getting your physical rest, but also get your mental rest, because your mental rest may be the thing that is hindering you not only from living a full life, you guys, like not only from living a full life, but also, your fat loss, your weight loss, your muscle gain. If you're trying to put on muscle and tone up, that is something that will hinder you. Okay. So you're going to have to really focus on staying calm and staying relaxed. One of the things when I think I said this before, but when I quit teaching, people were like, "Oh my gosh, you look so good. What have you been doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. I've been sleeping and I have not been stressed out about anybody else's children." It was a game changer. It was a game changer. I didn't realize how much stress I had in my body from being in the classroom, and how that was affecting me, because I was getting my 8 hours, I was sleeping, but I wasn't actually mentally relaxed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go for my toes. Whew. I like reaching for my toes frequently throughout the day because it just lengthens my hamstrings. Um, and that's really a big thing for me right now. It's like staying loose, my hamstrings. All right, you guys, if you need more support with emotional or stress eating, or if you are looking for coaching services, you can visit joannajoy.com. You can also go find me on Instagram, Joanna Joy with an I underscore. I am here to support you in your health and wellness goals, and I would love to hear from you. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.